Hi everyone. Hi, my name is Boitumelo Mosenogi. I'm here today. I decided to do this live because on Sunday I launched my YouTube channel. I launched my YouTube channel and I made noise about it on Facebook, and I'm so excited because my video already has about 120 views, 120 views, I think. Yes. And right now I've got 12 subscribers. Yay! So I decided that, you know what? I think it's only befitting for me to do a video that will just explain the journey from where this thing came from up until now when I have implemented it. So on my first video when I launched self-empowerment with TUMI, I mentioned a few things. I mentioned that this is a page where we'll be talking about everything self-empowerment, about ways of encouraging yourself, ways of knowing that you can achieve whatever that you want to achieve. And I did mention that we're gonna have weekly videos, and I did mention that we're gonna also have on a monthly basis an interview with an individual of my choice, but it's not celebrities, it's just ordinary people who have transformed their lives, who have made a difference in their lives to where they are. So those people will be coming in, I will be interviewing them, asking them questions. They will be telling us about themselves, the journey that they've undertaken, and where they are up until today. So I just thought maybe some people are thinking, where does this thing come from, this self-empowerment? Where does it come from? So I thought, let me just give a brief of where it comes from. So in 2020, beginning of 2020, COVID came, right? COVID came in the beginning of 2020 in South Africa. And in late March, the president declared, oh my God. The president declared state of emergency, and there was a total lockdown, minimum activity, minimum movement on the streets. We couldn't go to work, we had to stay at home. Most of us, we found things to do during that period because you were locked inside the house. Most of us were not used to sitting in the house and not do anything. So many people became creative because some people also lost their income because now they were sitting at home. They couldn't go out and make and do business deals and see people, have meetings and all of that. We're all sitting at home and, you know, looking at each other at home, or some people were on their own, and you had to find something to survive, something to do to survive. So during that period, I discovered, I started doing Facebook Lives, I started doing videos on Facebook, just random videos, just talking, you know. I mean, what do you do with yourself when you're just sitting at home and you're all alone? So I started doing Facebook Lives. On Facebook, I started talking. I didn't know much about this whole public speaking thing, that is a thing. There's a strategy, there's strategies of how to do it, you know, what not to do and what to do during the process. But I just started talking without any direction. I would just go on Facebook and I would just speak my mind. I would have a thought, I would just go on Facebook and I would speak my mind. And then one day, Boitumelo, a friend of mine, he calls himself Mr. Boo, he said, you know what, keep them coming. We are watching, we are listening. And oh my God, that pumped me up. I got pumped up and I just continued doing Facebook Lives, Facebook videos. Another guy called Tepo also said, "Oh my God, I admire you so much because I want to talk, I want to speak, I would like to do what you're doing, but I just can't get myself to do it, you know?" So those are the two people who got me pumped up about me speaking. I started looking at this thing and I'm thinking, oh my God, I must have a natural gift at this thing, I guess, you know? So that is the first thing that triggered the talking. There's a second thing. So last year, I just started feeling like I could be doing something. There should be something else, you know. I started soul searching. What should I be doing? Could this be it? And remember, I was in my final year of my degree. I was in the busiest time of my studies, but I just started asking myself, could this just be it? What else is out there, you know? And then I discovered this lady, Vusim Msweli, on Instagram. Just by chance, one day she was talking there, and you know, she captured my heart, I guess, because I just could not stop listening to Vumi at the time. And at the time, she was promoting this program that she was going to run, and she was promoting it. It's called the Acceleration Program. So this program is about whether you want to accelerate in your life, you want to accelerate in your career. And she was selling this program, and you had to pay to join this program. It was going to be a 12, I think a 9 months program. Yes, 9 months program. And every month she would bring an expert. She had these topics that she was talking about. That she would, on a monthly basis, would have a topic that she would come and coach us about. She's actually a coach. She's a career coach. So she would bring these experts during these career coach sessions, and experts in the modules that she would be talking about for that month, right? So we had modules like leadership. We had modules like public speaking. We had modules like how to leverage your skills, your qualities, the qualities that you already have to make extra income, or the qualities that or the skills that you already have at work that you're using at work to make extra income. So we had like every week we had a session with her, and then we had that bonus session with an expert who would coach us about those specific topics. So the second thing that actually triggered this channel of mine was there was a Dr. George. Dr. George is a guy. He's a professor is a doctor from professor from the United States. He deals in leadership. So he coaches in leadership. He trains in leadership. And he came and spoke to us about leadership. It was one of the first sessions that we had in Coach Vumi's program. So Coach Vumi got us a bonus. What happened is that we had one-on-ones with Dr. George. So I had my one-on-one with Dr. George. So before the sessions, you had to do write a little bit of profile, tell him who you are, where you're going, what are you doing, and all of that. So in our session, obviously, he discovered I'm a single mom. My life, the way it has been, the chances that I got, and eventually I was telling him that it was in December last year. I was telling him that I'm finally graduating and I paid for my studies. I'm getting my degree, and he was so impressed that, oh my God, wow, not many women can actually pull themselves out of the situation that you were in. Why aren't you mentoring other women? Why aren't you looking for other ladies who are in your who are going on the journey that you've been, like a single mother struggling from a poor family, poor background, and all of that? Why aren't you looking for those people and mentor them? Because in our conversation, you also discovered that I am sort of a natural leader. I'm a natural born leader. I'm sort of lead in things, and it's easy for me to lead. It's easy for me to raise my hand and lead, So he suggested, think about it and do that. So my assignment from there was, how am I going to do that? So I had to think, how are you going to do it? So initially, I actually wanted to do this channel about women empowerment. I wanted to, make a call for ladies, single women who had their kids, and they would be struggling, coming from difficult backgrounds and all of that. Initially, that was the idea that I had. And when I kept on doing my research, I discovered that there's a lot of that thing that is covered by so many people. And I thought, okay, maybe I can broaden my scope. Maybe I don't just have to focus on single women who are in the same shoes that I've been and mentor them. Maybe I can broaden my scope and just talk about empowerment in general, and more especially self-empowerment. Because what I've discovered is that when you are struggling most of the time, or when you don't know which direction to take, we always want other people to provide us direction. We always want other people to come and help us. And what I've realized is that sometimes there is no one to do that for you. Sometimes there's no one to do that for you. So in moments like that, you need to self-empower yourself. You need to find out what you could be doing. You need to find solutions for yourself and actually implement those solutions for yourself. So this is why I actually created this self-empowerment with TUMI. And then what came about was, okay, let me look around. I looked around. I know some people who have worked hard, for where they are, the kind of careers that they have, the backgrounds that they've had. They've had to work extra hard, and most of them did not get handouts. They had to think out of their own self. How am I gonna get myself out of this? So this is how I actually came up. This self-empowerment with TUMI came, and I thought I could speak to women, I could speak to guys, I could speak to young ladies, young boys, about the fact that you don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be stuck. I personally believe in self-development, and the reason why I actually joined Coach Vumi's program was because I strongly believe in self-development. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of books. I am a YouTube junkie. I am forever watching YouTube. I mean, my data, it feels like YouTube because I'm forever there. I watch videos. If there's a topic that I need to know something about, I go in there and I binge on that. I watch different videos. I watch motivational videos. I watch a lot of things on YouTube, and that's because I am empowering myself. I am developing myself, and that's what I'm this journey is going to be about. How do you empower yourself? How do you develop yourself so that you can be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve, or to progress from where you are? Because I always say all the time that luck doesn't knock on your door and introduce itself and say hi. No, it doesn't. It takes you to be doing something. I was listening to, as I'm empowering myself in this journey that I'm in now, where I am speaking, how to improve my speaking skills. I was listening to this guy, Eric Meanders or something. His surname just always runs away from me. But I was listening to him. I've been listening to him for the past few days. And one of the things that he said is belief feeds on evidence. He said, for you to change your mind, you need to believe, you need to be positive, you need to believe that you can achieve the things that you want to achieve. He says, and when you start seeing evidence, you believe even more. I wrote it on Facebook. I actually said belief feeds on evidence. So when you believe, that little faith, that little mustard faith, once it starts seeing a little bit of evidence, it feeds on that, and your belief grows. You become more positive. And it's about positive mindset, right? It's about positive mindset. And to be honest, I'm not at all saying I am perfect, but I would like to be what I needed. I would like to be to other people, if wherever possible that I can, be what I needed. The type of person that I needed to be there in my life at some point in my life. I would like to be that in somebody else's life, because people sometimes they just need a word. They just need a word of encouragement, a word to say you can do it. You can do it. You are capable of doing it. You can do it. So this is why this page is there. This is why this page is there. This is how this thing was born. This is the journey. It was a journey. I mean, it's been brewing since 2020. It is finally happening. And I am so excited. We are actually having our first interview next week. I think I will broadcast it either on Wednesday or Thursday. But it's happening. First, it's happening. I will be interviewing this lady. He's in the legal fraternity. He comes from Afikeng also, like me. So she will be sharing her story, and I will also be asking her questions in line with what I would like this channel to achieve. So I'm so excited. I've got 12 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much for those who've subscribed. Thank you so much for those who have actually viewed the first video in our channel, which is called Self-Empowerment with TUMI. I am so excited about this journey, and if I can even just touch one person's life, if I can make somebody believe in themselves and believe that even if it's just them, now my encouragement to them, showing them other people's journeys, showing them, giving them the tools that they can use to actually achieve some difference in their lives, even if it's just one person, that I would change their life for the better, to encourage them, for them to believe in themselves. I would, it would be like, I would be so happy. I would be so happy. So I can't wait for this journey. And I hope I hope you will understand the passion where this is coming from. I hope you'll understand where the build-up was coming from, and that you will join me in this journey. You will subscribe to the page on YouTube, so that you can be able to know when we are posting videos there, so that you can also benefit from some of the content that I'll be sharing. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Lulu. I saw you popping in earlier. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for the likes and the loves. Good night, guys.